Comments on Human-Induced Global Warming. Episode 1. The Hiroshima Bomb Metric. This is the first in a series of videos that examines claims made by global warming enthusiasts. Skeptical Science have proudly created a widget that is intended to, quote, raise awareness about global warming, end quote. The widget adds 4 Hiroshima bombs to the total every second in an effort to show how much heat the Earth has supposedly accumulated since 1998. There should be no doubt in anyone's mind they're using scare tactics. It appears that James Hansen from the NASA Goddard Institute for Space Studies, now retired, may have been the first to use Hiroshima bombs as a global warming metric. The occasion, his February 2012 TED Talk. With the mushroom cloud of the Hiroshima bomb blast for visual effect, Hansen says,
the total energy imbalance now is about 0.6 of a watt per square meter. That may not sound like much, but when added up over the whole world, it's enormous. It's about 20 times greater than the rate of energy use by all of humanity. It's equivalent to exploding 400,000 Hiroshima atomic bombs per day, 365 days per year.
As James Hansen noted, quote, the total energy imbalance is now about 0.6 of a watt per square meter, end quote. That value was recently confirmed by the 2012 study titled An Update on the Earth's Energy Balance in Light of the Latest Global Observations. The study was by Stevens and others. Here's figure 1 from that paper. I've highlighted in red the energy budget at the surface. The surface imbalance is 0.6 of 1 watt per square meter. But note the magnitude of the downward shortwave radiation. That's sunlight. It's estimated to be 188 watts per square meter. And to the right is the downward long-wave radiation. That's the sum of the infrared radiation from man-made natural sources, primarily natural sources, of course. It's 345.6 watts per square meter. They need the 0.6 to have the radiative imbalance. Let's put that radiative imbalance of 0.6 of 1 watt per square meter into perspective. Keep in mind the 4 Hiroshima bombs per second used by Skeptical Science for their widget are based on the imbalance of 0.6 of 1 watt per square meter. The sum of the downward shortwave and long-wave radiation at the surface is 533.6 watts per square meter. That means the radiative imbalance is only 1/10 of 1% of the sum of the sunlight and infrared radiation at the surface. Now that's not too scary, is it? 1/10 of 1% of the sunlight and infrared radiation. Or to make it sound even less scary, the sum of the downward shortwave and longwave radiation reaching the surface every day is about 890 times the hypothetical radiative imbalance. That Hiroshima bomb metric no longer sounds scary at all. Another thing, what are Hansen and the global warming enthusiasts from Skeptical Science not telling their faithful followers? Let's return to the illustration from the paper by Stevens and others. And we'll zoom in on the bottom line. Note the uncertainties of plus or minus 17 watts per square meter. We've been told that carbon dioxide from man-made emissions has been accumulating for decades and centuries, and it has created an energy imbalance of 0.6 of 1 watt per square meter. But the uncertainty is plus or minus 17 watts per square meter. In other words, the radiative imbalance might exist, or it might not. Keep in mind that human-induced global warming is only a hypothesis. Hypothesis is a fancy word for a premise, a supposition, an assumption. Please feel free to comment or to ask questions about this video at my blog, Climate Observations. Y'all have a nice day.